Hey everybody, this is iLad and we're back for another episode of Starmade. Oh yeah. So in the last episode we started working on this new mining ship because that's kind of what I do. This is what I call my P ship for fairly obvious reasons once you see the general plan of the main section of the ship. And today I have added something that is really going to help me flesh out the main body of the ship pretty quickly, I think. And that is a little bit of a crew quarter module. So what I've got here is I've got all these spots marked out on the blueprint for modules to dock, and they're not all going to be crew quarters. Probably only about 3 or 4 of them will be, but I needed to go ahead and get one of those modules designed so that I could quickly sort of get it in a position and plan for how I'm going to dock the others in place. So here's what we have. Here's the main access corridor for the upper level of the ship, and eventually there's going to be a floor that kind of wraps around, and it's going to be flush with the floor of the upper part of the crew quarters. Now, as we come over to the crew quarters, you see that I've got a button, I've got a console, a door, a camera. So the button is just for purposes of opening and closing the door. Very simple, very straightforward. The console actually jumps you into the ship core, so that's going to be an easy way to access it for anything that I need to do where I don't want to have to go into the module necessarily. The camera, of course, is a navigational aid. It's pointing forward on the whole entity, and when I'm floating around trying to get this thing into position, that's going to be invaluable. As we open up the door, we come in. Immediately on our left, we have the bedroom. A little bit of personal storage, little desk, little chair and computer, big bed, maybe overkill bed, but who are we to judge? Shelf up above, got some nice picture windows here. Come on down, and outside the bedroom we've got a ramp down to the main area. This is a huge improvement over the total fail at a habitation module that I did several episodes ago. Well, a few episodes ago, because by going ahead and giving myself like 2 levels, I've really expanded the amount of room that I have inside. Even though there's only 1 room on the upper level, it's a room that takes up a lot of space when it's done right. So anyway, we come on down to the bottom floor, and here we have a little eating area. And from the eating area, you can look up and see whatever's going on the screen up here. We have a little galley kitchen. Nice windows behind the eating area and the galley kitchen. And then, of course, we have our bathroom, which is probably the most spacious bathroom I've ever done in Starmade, which is a low bar, as you can see. But yeah, this is it. Like, this is the fundamentals, everything you gotta have to sort of survive on board a ship. And of course, I could do better if I remove the kitchen. Could have a little more space, more stuff going on, possibly multiple bedrooms if I also took out the bathroom, and that would be fine. But I'm probably going to end up using this as the living quarter module on the station as well. So I wanted to go ahead and include everything that you might want in a little apartment. It's not very much, but quarters are cramped. Alright, so that tour was obviously super short. What we're actually going to spend some time in this episode doing is getting multiple copies of this in place. And there's going to be... it's going to be a little bit involved, actually. I actually need to build everything that I have constructed here. Like, go ahead and produce it in the shipyard. That way I can undock this module, which I probably should have designed separately. And work on like making clones of it, dock those clones in place, then disassemble the whole assembly in the shipyard so that I will have all those clones in place in the virtual product, and then continue on from there in the next episode. So we're going to go ahead and start by constructing what we have here. Alright, here we are. We have officially physically produced this thing. Alright, so now I'm going to hop into this little module here. And I'm going to hop into flight mode. I'm going to switch over to the camera. And I'm going to undock it. Hey-o. Sweet. Pretty good acceleration on this thing, actually. Pretty happy with that. It's one or two thrusters, 2 or 3 thrusters, and one single power reactor. Yeah. So actually, not a whole lot going on with this. Anyway, so I'm coming over to my auxiliary shipyard, which I think might barely have enough room to fit this. I hope it does. Let's see. Docker. Oh. There we go. Okay. Yes, it does all fit inside. I wasn't real sure about the orientation of the shipyard core, but yeah, looks good. Alright, so I come in here. What just happened? So I come in here and I disassemble the whole thing to a schematic. Place order, deconstructed design. This is Hab A. A1. Pop. Alright. Design loaded, place order, construct current design. We'll call this quarters A. Almost there. Got it. All right. Now I basically do what I just did in reverse. I could have been using my my tractor beam thingy for all this instead of actually like flying this around physically. But although that's fun for RP purposes, right today I ain't got time for that. You'll see me do that, but it won't be today. All right, somewhere around here should be able to hit a pickup point. Almost. There we are. Very, very cool. So that's in place. Yeah? Except not really. Not exactly. Look on the blueprint. You see anything funny about this? Alright, so we're going to jump into this. We're going to... Ooh, we're actually going to do this physically, since this is a physical build, not a shipyard virtual construction thingam. Somewhere, let's see, I think I'll put the logic for all this right here. All right, maybe I did this in a way that's workable. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to figure out how to automate all this. But right now, I'm just going to do the really simple thing. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. All right, we're gonna leave it just like this for right now. I'm kind of figuring this out as I go. If it's not painfully obvious already. All right, let's zip on back over to the shipyard, and we shall see about getting another one built. So we move our second module in. Whoa. Gently, gently, gently. About here, I think. Where are we? Oh. Go up and come in. Well, that's pretty darn close. There we are. Okay. So yeah, definitely doing temporary logic for this. I'm really having trouble picturing how exactly I would want the logic to work on a permanent basis. Yeah, okay, so looking at this, I'm gonna have to actually rebuild this corner right here to make it work the way that I want it to. Is that correct? Yeah. Is that right? Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so here's what I need. I need, as this goes in, I need it to rotate 1/4 turn clockwise, but I only need it to do it, or well, it's not a 1/4 turn, 1/8 of a turn clockwise. Yeah. So that's all I need, and then I think this is gonna work. Okay, so that snaps into place. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set that like that. Alright. This one, I want to turn the same way, actually, yeah. Okay, so go ahead and set that, set that, set that. Oh, except that I totally failed. Totally failed. I'm actually surprised that that locked into place the way it did. That was surprising. Alright. This should be 1/4 turn only. Or 1/8 of a turn only. Yes, just like that. Okay, sweet. All right, now just move them both out as they are without any rotation. Yeah. Actually, let me move them back in a bit. Cool. All right. So I need a. The reason why I've been sort of moving them back and forth that way is I need a way to sort of seal up this gap here, right? And whoops. And this corner right here is actually going to do it for me. So I need. Oh, I have hardly any of these blocks in my cargo, personal cargo. Interesting. Oh, that's going to work beautifully. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some dark gray, and we're just going to do this little number right here. And I think there will be no collisions with this. Move it out. Move it back in again. Okay, yeah, it locked in place. Just gonna triple check that. A little bit of lag there, but yes, it locked in place. Good. All right. So we move them out one more time. Get some plex door. Yeah, just like that. And we're going to raise a section of plex door just like this. I'm actually going to have to go and produce some more of this. And move them back in place. Locks in place, plex door snaps in. Whoops. Let's try that again. Let's see. I think we're golden. Like, I don't see the plex actually clipping in at any point. I don't think it goes in deep enough. Nah. That's pretty sweet, except for there's actually a gap right here. We're going to solve that pretty quickly. one down here too. Neither of those is an issue. Let's see, move them back out again. Whoops. Okay. Turn that off. Then move it back out again. So turn that off. Okay. Move it back in again. Turn that off. Turn that off. Alright. Move it back out again. I think that does it. Should have done this with vertical symmetry on. Really, I don't need all this fancy biz right here. I think actually this is all I need. What? Oh, man. Yeah, I think that'll do it. So turn this off. Bring it back in. Snap it in. I do need a little bit more right there. Oh, no I don't. Just gotta get those last few blocks wired up properly. Okay. Sweet. And of course I'll need a seal over here that will work very, very similarly. Let's see. Corridor is, yeah, it's too awkward. I'm gonna have to redesign this module just slightly. Thankfully this is, oh crap, this is harder than I thought it was gonna be. Well, nah, it won't be too bad. Let's see. Drop that right there. Let's see, drop. It's right there. Put in flex. Right here. And another one of these controls right here. Yeah. Oh. Yep. Leave the camera as is. That out. And assign this to the core. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward because that ramp is like right there, so watch your step as you come in. Mind the gap, as it were. But other than that, I think it's going to work fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the remaining seal off camera because I don't care. You see how it's gonna work. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching my plans for how to do all this stuff. I really am surprised, honestly, that the whole rotating and sliding into place worked as well as it did. Because I really thought there was going to be a lot more collision than that. Like the corners of the red blocks here, that's where those modules are if they're not rotated. So they do fit. But I'm pretty shocked that with this one rotated and this one still square, that it actually like came in and fit properly. Because that's that corner going up against that edge. There was barely enough room to pull that off, which is pretty cool. These over here, I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to have to rebuild part of it, like more of it than I just did, because I have a feeling. Let me think. Well, no, if the door is the opposite face from the windows, which is, oh crap, I've got to do that one that way. That's how I should have done it to begin with, is make the door the opposite face. Yeah, I won't have to rebuild anything. I'll use this design. Awkward as it is, I'll probably move the door over right here. I don't know. I'll have to think some more about it. But anyway, I think once I get the door opposite the windows, which is the intelligent way to do it, that I didn't do it to begin with, I won't have any trouble using the exact same design back here. For the other two crew quarter modules, and then I'll have in here like other living necessities like a mess hall, or I don't know, I'll figure it out. I don't really have definite plans actually, but yeah, modular ship coming along, and there's more modularity to come. That's what the gold frames over here are for, marking those out. So I hope you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying building it. A little frustrated right now, actually, with the whole door placement situation. I don't know. I might just leave it. The floor itself is going to have to mate with this by using flex door as well. So there's still more work that I have to do with flex door. There's going to be some Z fighting in there too. It's going to be nasty. Oh well, what you gonna do? I wonder if I replace these with 3/4 blocks, there won't be any visible Z fighting. And then there will be a gap under the door. Don't do that. I don't know. I'll work it out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all take care. Bye bye.